Before I even know it, there's already a game gone. So sorry about that. Carlo did get the first game. We are on the second game now. This is a round 7 game, or match, I should say. Both players have 1 loss. So that means one of these players going home. Thank you guys for watching. I'm your host, Kevin Ross. Remember to hit that thumbs up, be sure to subscribe, and ring that bell. If you don't ring that bell, you won't get notified when we go live or when we upload new videos. And be sure to share. This is the last day. Your friends want to watch too. Carlo at the table, making quick work of this. All right, Carlo, 2-0 in this race to 9. And one more rule, not on that graphic. We are playing with the 3-point break rule. What that means is on the break, you must drive a minimum of 3 balls, either into the pockets or past the head string, or any combination thereof. Failure to do so will be considered an illegal break. You lose your turn at the table. Even if you made 2 balls on the break and didn't scratch, if that 3rd ball doesn't go past the head string, illegal break. Incoming player will have the option to accept the table as is or pass it back. And if they pass it back, you will not have the option to push out. All right, now we got all that out of the way. And unfortunately, Carlo kind of hooked himself on the 3. Brings Marc Vidal to the table with a nice look at this 3 to start. I think he can just kind of slide off that 3. I think he can avoid the 8, kind of go like between that 8-9 for the 4 next. Looks like he can avoid the 8 by shooting this, a little below center. He didn't get the draw that he wanted. Actually, I think he was trying to go around the table and he just brushed the 9 on the way by. Guess he had more angle on that 3 than I thought. Oh, nice shot there. Whoa, slow down, cue ball. Where are you going? Man, this Marc Vidal, he's just a shot-making machine. Doesn't care where it is. Position, position is overrated. Just let me see the ball, I can make it. That's what happens when you get a Frogger rate north of 700. Position play then becomes more of just a suggestion than an actual requirement. All right, Marc on the scoreboard. All right, Marc going with the cut break, trying to make that 1 in the side. Has failed to make the 1 in the side. Did he make anything? No, dry break. All right, brings Carlo to the table. Oh, is he going to get behind this 4? Ooh, did he get him? Man, if he would have got there, that would have been just downright mean. I think Marc can see it. See it, he can make it. Nice shot, Marc. All right, does that 3 go by the 8? Ooh, doesn't look like it. Can he go forward and avoid this 5? Yes, he can. All right. Bank to 3 cross side or cut it in the side, come 3 rails around. All right, he's going option A, cross side. All right, as long as he can, don't hook yourself behind the 7, he should be fine. As long as he can avoid hooking himself behind the 7, then he should be clear sailing. Oh, what did I say about hooking yourself behind the 7? To not to? Oh, how good effort. Oh, no, cue ball. All right, brings Carlo to the table, ball in hand with a pretty nice 4-ball run out here. Yikes. Kind of left his stroke at home a little bit on that one. It's all right, just cut it in like the champion that he is. That's about all they care about, just letting them see the ball. All right, Carlo with the break. Going with the cut break, just missed that one on the side. He's made a ball and he's hooked. And he wasn't able to get behind the 5, but he still had that that 2-8 as also blockers blocking the pocket in case he couldn't get there. So he hasn't sold out a shot except possible billiard on the 9, but that's kind of crazy talk. But I've seen some crazy things. Holy cow! Just rocket that ball in. right, so brings Marc to the table. Nice shot on the 1 to start with. Good on the 3. Just get to the middle of the table for the 4. And he's up himself. Bit of a thinner cut on this 4 than he probably wanted, but he's a pretty good shot maker. I look for him to handle this. Handle it he does quite nicely. Drawing back, make sure he leaves himself plenty of angle on this 8. Of course, angle on the 8 wasn't necessarily required there. He could have left himself straight in and for the 9 in the other corner. But all right, there we go. Marc Vidal, 3-2. Marc with the break. All right, 1 ball straight in the side. And is he gonna have a shot at the 2? Yeah, he can see the edge. And this is a race to 9. I mean, yeah, first person to win 9 games wins the match. So you can see the edge of this too. No, I guess he couldn't. He was looked like he was trying to hit and stick there, is what it looked like he was attempting. Trying to stick that cue ball behind the 8, 2-ball backup table, but didn't quite work out. Yeah, Carlo looking at just banking this 2 back down table, trying to leave this cue ball probably to the rail and then back behind the 6 or the 7 probably. Oh, I thought he was playing safe. I guess he was playing the 2 to the corner. Unfortunately, he didn't leave himself a shot at the 3. All right, brings Marc to the table. Looking at about 3/4 of a 3-ball. It's a pretty good effort there. He was sitting pretty good on the 4, had that 3 gone. All right, Carlo, got to avoid some traffic here. Is he going to get by that 5? Nope. Well, he's got a shot on the 5. It's not an easy shot, but it's a shot. Slice it in, go up and down table, or play safe? Just try to get the cue ball behind the 5. All right, he's going option B, trying to get that cue ball behind the 5. Didn't quite get there, but he's put the 4-ball in a good spot. All right, Marc. Looks like he's shooting straight at the 4. Like I said, just rocket that ball straight in the corner. Nice shot, Carlo. All right, it's got to come with another nice shot. Not just making the 5, but avoiding the 7. All right, brings Marc to the table. Nice shot, nice look at this 5 to start. 6 balls hanging, 7 balls right there. 8, 9 shouldn't be a problem. Marc's sitting good to tie this up. Cue ball got away a little bit, but I think he'll be okay. Wow. Never a doubt. No worries. Nice shot there. A little bit of center right spin. All right, Marc tying it up. Accurac, the little holes are not circles, they're little slots. So you're meant to push the balls forward after you put the first 8 on, and then you put that last one on to hold everything in place. Gives a nice tight rack doing that. That 5 ball is taking up a good. Well, it's not exactly middle of the table, but at least he's on. He put the cue ball on the line. At least they could see the 2. More distance than he wanted, but the important thing is being able to see the 2. Ooh, slow down, cue ball. All right, not out of the woods yet. Just straighten that ball up. That'd be great, but I can't tell if he can avoid the side pocket. Oh, yeah, no problem. So it's hard to tell the angles on camera here. All right, just back to the middle of the table or thereabouts. Come 2 rails around the 6. And from the 6 to the 7, just go to the end rail and send the cue ball right at the 7 for the 7 in the either in the side pocket or the far corner. He's not going to be playing the 7-8 combo. All right, well, I thought he might go to the end rail and then towards the 7, but decided to just slide across. So 7 in the side. Just brush the 8 a little. Perfect. All right, nice out there, Carlo. 4-3. Race to 9. We're going to try to get even more tables, more cameras next year. All right, he's made, looks like 2 balls on the break, and he's straight in on this 3. Not exactly straight in. He's got a little bit of angle, which is good because he needs angle to get to the 4. Ooh, get through there. Woo. Well, thanks, John, and we're happy to do it. Carlo making it look easy. Having some issues with speed control, though. So he was making it look easy. Now he's making it look like the way I make it look when I play. Nice shot, Carlo. 5-3 in this race to 9. Well, maybe 2 of them. Depends if you're out in 2 or not, but it doesn't really matter. But get to have lots of fun. There was over 400 people in the 9-ball, over 400 people in the 1 pocket, over 500 people in the bank pool. Looks like he's decided to play for the side pocket. Decided he didn't want to mess with that 8-ball. And that's really good speed. It's a nice touch there, Marc. Yeah, between the banks, the 1 pocket, and the 9-ball, that'll keep you busy all week. And if it doesn't keep you busy, there's the action room. Sorry, the practice room. So some people say don't even bother getting a hotel room. You won't need it. You'll be in the pool room the all week. But they don't like it when you sleep when you sleep on the out in the hallway. They prefer you actually get a hotel room. So book now. Those rooms go fast. And John wants to know how to donate. There's 2 ways to donate. You can hit the little $sign at the bottom of the chat window. That's a super chat. That'll do a one-time. All right, nice break. 1 in the corner. Oh, that 2-ball just kept rolling. Thought he was going to end up with a pretty good shot at the 2, but it just kept going. Chat room says, isn't this a rerun? Well, sort of, yes. At Derby City, we're not allowed to live stream. We're only allowed to record and upload later. So that's what we're doing. These are pre-recorded matches, but we are doing live commentary on them. So we're kind of recreating the live tournament experience. Figured that'd be more fun than just uploading recordings and say, here you go watch the recordings. And even though I recorded these matches at Derby City, I didn't watch them. Most of them I didn't watch, so I have no idea who wins these. So it's going to be as big a surprise for me as it is for you guys. All right, nice speed there. Left himself perfect angle. John, thank you very much, John. That is greatly appreciated. Thank you. All right, he's made a ball, and is he going to have a shot at that 1? he's looking at the bank on the one. Problem is the cue ball's going the wrong way. You got to come 3 rails around, avoid lots of traffic. And if he banks this one and gets on that 2, that'll be one heck of a shot. He missed the 1. He got on the 2, so it was half of a great shot. Try to draw back between the 2, 3, and that is not easy. He's going forward, so maybe the 2 does pass the 3. Well, he was playing position for the 2 to the corner, so apparently it does pass. Unfortunately, he just missed that 1, just caught the point. Spit that ball out, it did. All right, brings Marc to the table. Nice look at this one. That looks to be darn near perfect on the 2. Assuming it goes by the 3, which it must. Nice shot. Come out to the just middle of the table for the 4 is perfect. Middle of the table is all you need here. Like so. And this shot, I actually prefer playing the 7 to the corner, not the side. A lot of people like playing for the side. Nothing wrong with that. Good shot. All right, Marc keeping the score tight. Never more than a 2-game gap between these 2 players. All right, he's made the 1. Yeah, you can see the 2. Not much of a shot at the 2, unless he wants to go for this bank. So in the chat room, the Frizel wants to know why so late on the recordings. Was there like an embargo before uploads or anything? No, the reason why we're, this is what, April, middle of April, and these were from February. Why so late? Because we do only on weekends. We just do a live stream on weekends. Friday and Saturday nights, about 6 hours worth on Friday night, 6 hours worth Saturday night. So, yeah, about 12 hours worth per week. If I were to try to do all 70-some videos all at once right after the tournament, that would just be, well, that'd be too much work. That'd be a whole lot of work. So, and plus, I don't know that anyone wants to sit around for a week solid of watching. I don't know. Figured it'd be better just do it on the weekends. Friday, Saturday nights, kind of Friday night pool, Saturday night pool. Everyone get together for a few hours, watch some pool. Yeah, it spreads it out over a couple months, which may not be to everyone's liking, but it seemed like probably the best option. So yeah, so we started We started doing these weekend live streams right after we got back from Derby City. We've been going every weekend since, except for we took a week or two off when we had to go out to the Oregon coast to live stream the Western BCA. That was 8 days of live streaming. Nice shot there, Marc. Give him a shot on the 4. Give him a shot. Don't get him hooked behind the 6. All right, nice shot. He's got a shot. And John, yeah, that is correct. We are not allowed to live stream from Derby City. We keep trying. You know, we're trying to expand our coverage for next year's Derby City, and we keep trying to get them to let us do live streaming as opposed to just recording and upload later. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how those negotiations turn out. And John, yeah, it's complicated why we're not allowed to. All right, dry break brings Carlo to the table. Looks like he can bank this one right down the center of the table. Let that cue ball go forward to the rail and then over in behind that 2-4. That's how it looks to me. Yep, and that's exactly where he's going. Nice shot. Real nice shot. That's going to be a tough one to hit. Unless he can go between that 4-3, like to that side rail. If he can't go that way, this is going to be a tough one to hit. Yeah, he can't go between the 4-3, so he's looking at going, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 rails around. Oof, that's tough. Yeah, if he can't go that way, that's going to be tough. He was looking at going this way, but that doesn't look viable. I think he should maybe, oh, zigzag. Okay, there you go. I was about to say, I think maybe we should look at looking at tying something up, like maybe roll that 5 up on top of the 8, something like that. Is what I was about to say. All right, ball in hand for Carlo. That excellent safety, earning him ball in hand. And it looks to me like that 2 ball does go. That's the main question mark right now. Does that 2 go? Looks to me like the 2 goes. No, he's going for the breakout. I guess it doesn't go. Oh, don't get behind the 5. That was unfortunate. No, he's not hooked. He can see the 2. He's just going to play safe. All right, good save. I don't know if he's got him with the 5, but he's definitely got him with the 3. Yeah, Fargo rate. Yeah, they are worldwide. You know, someone in the chat room asks, how do I get a Fargo rate? Well, if you're in the United States, the easiest way is to play BCA Pool League, because most BCA Pool Leagues report their stuff to Fargo rate. If you're not in the U.S. or someplace that doesn't have a BCA Pool League or USAPL, USA Pool League, USAPL. If you're someplace else, yeah, look for any tournaments that report their results to Fargo rate. For example, when I run just weekly tournaments at our local pool hall, I report all the results to Fargo rate. So people in our local little tournament, there are a number of people that didn't have a Fargo rate before, and now they do, just because of our local little tournament and me reporting the results to Fargo rate. I would say that's a good shot if he didn't leave himself jacked up over the 7, and I think he's all right. Don't get straight. Even if he's straight, he can draw straight back and just cut the 8 in. He could also roll forward for short side if he's straight, but yeah, stop shot is probably not going to work out for you. He was looking at, what if I shoot a stop shot? Yeah, that's probably not a good idea. He's looking at shooting a stop shot. That looks like that's going to be a really tough shot on the 8 if you shoot a stop shot. He said. Okay. You had me worried there, Carlo. He's just messing with me. He was doing that on purpose, just messing with me. That's what that was. All right, Carlo. 7-6. Race to 9. CHALLONGE.com. Use that for running your tournaments. It's just an online tournament bracket. You know, do that instead of, the old-fashioned paper brackets. Do that, and then make sure you, when you put players' names in it, use their full name, not just their first name. First and last name, be consistent. Make sure you spell it the same as, if the players are already in Fargo rate, make sure you spell the names the same. If they're not already in Fargo rate, then be consistent with your spelling every time, every tournament, every time. Be consistent. And then just send a message to Mike Page. He's the guy who started Fargo rate. He's on Facebook. Send him a message. Say, hey, here's my username on challenge.com. And then once you do that, then they will automatically start watching your username, and they will import the tournaments every time. So you only have to do that one time. Just tell them one time, here, import my tournaments, and then from that point on, every time you do a new tournament, they will automatically grab those results. So you don't have to do anything. That's by far the easiest way, and that's the way I do it. Oh, and if you the downside is you can't do handicap tournaments. Handicapped by giving balls as weight. Like there are some 9-ball tournaments where the handicapping system they use where they have to give balls as weight. Like the better player has to give the weaker player the 7 and the 8. That totally messes up Fargo rate, so you can't do that. John asks, the local bar I play at runs bar rules only. Does that matter? No. As long as you're playing 8-ball, 9-ball, or 10-ball, those are the only 3 games that matter. Doesn't really matter what rules you play by. You know, both players are playing the same rules. You're playing the same game. You're playing 8-ball or 9-ball or 10-ball, so that's all that matters. Doesn't matter what actual rules you play by as far as Frogger rate is concerned. And no, it does not cost any money. It's completely free. All right, so as I was giving everyone a quick introduction to how to get your results in the Frogger rate, Carlo's just over here just running out like he does. Carlo's on the hill with 4 balls left. Yeah, this is not looking good for Marc. And Marc says that's good. All right, Carlo defeating and eliminating Marc Vidal from this 9-ball tournament. Good shooting, both guys. Just